Welcome to my summer squat challenge. We are starting out week 3, day 1, glutes and squat. My favorite exercise here, Smith hip thrust. We are going 4 rounds, 10, 8, 6, and ending on 12 reps. Start by setting up your bench to a 90-degree angle and make sure to put a pad on top of your bar. Your hips are going to mimic the bench, dropping down into a 90-degree, and squeeze your booty up to a straight line from your knees to your shoulders, making sure your heels are in and your toes are pointing out. Your knees are going to track right over those toes, pressing wide while squeezing your booty. Keep your belly button engaged and your hips in a pelvic tilt all the way through. Let's superset that with a kettlebell squat to deadlift. 4 rounds, 10, 8, 6, and 12 reps. We're going to sit into a squat and tap down into a deadlift. 1 of each is 1 rep. Make sure your feet are just outside your shoulders, toes are pointing out, and as you sit into that squat, your knees are going to be pushing wide. Try to get that booty down all the way under your knees. Squeeze that booty up and go into that deadlift, making sure the kettlebell taps down right in between your toes, and as you pull up, your elbows go high all the way to the top of your chest. Let's jump into our second superset, Smith single leg deadlift, 3 rounds, 10 reps. My Smith machine doesn't go low enough to stand on the floor. If yours does, the bar should be right in between your shins. I have to stand elevated onto a box. I use a yoga mat to make sure my surface is flat. But you're going to have 1 foot doing all the work. Square up your shin to the bar and you're up on that back toe. Drop down mid-shin and squeeze your booty up, making sure your knee stays stacked over your ankle and all the work is in your hip. Hip hinging back, lengthening down your hamstring and squeeze up with your booty, making sure your shoulders are pulled back all the way through and your belly button is engaged and tight. Switch those feet up on that back foot. The bar is right against the front shin. Reach your hip back and squeeze all the way up. We should be feeling this in just our hamstring and our glutes. Make sure those shoulders are back, belly is in tight. Long extension down through your hamstring and squeeze up through your booty. Let's superset that with 45-degree hip extension. 3 rounds, 10 reps. Start with a weight that is lighter and you can always add weight in the next rounds. Making sure the pads are underneath your hip. You want your hips to be able to go over the pad. Rounding your back so we're not going to use any back. You're lifting your upper body and the weight with your glutes. You can see the under booty cheeks tucking in. You're pinching from the very low of your butt to lift yourself up. Only squeeze with that booty to stand. This burns so much more. I want to challenge you to go as slow as possible. Whether it's lightweight or heavyweight, really focus on that contraction and squeezing, tucking your butt under to get that full booty squeeze. Whew, that burns. Here's our last exercise, Smith squat, 3 rounds, 10, 12, and 15 reps. No superset here. I want it to be a burnout and focus on full range of motion in every squat. Your feet are going to be slightly in front of the bar, shoulder width apart, toes are pointing out. Really focus on dropping your booty underneath your knees and squeezing your booty all the way back to the top. I like to keep a neutral neck or slightly tucked chin and really think about pushing my booty back under that bar to fire up my glutes. Make sure to like, screenshot, and save my video.